Good morning, Parkrunners. Saturday morning, and this morning I'm across the Pennines towards Manchester to do Heaton Parkrun. Really easy for me, be M62, M60, and then just another little short section, maybe 1 mile on an A road, so nice and easy to get to. So set off now and catch up for the last mile of the journey. This is the car park, easy to find. This is parking, it says at the very top, somewhere on there, it's free till 10 AM, Monday to Sunday, 10 AM to 5 PM you pay, so if you can get Parkrun done and out by 10 you don't have to pay for anything, and it's the pay by phone app if you use the app. To get to the start, I'm just going to walk down this. So from the car park just there, you just walk down this path, just go left as you get here where those people are walking. Then as soon as you get to the next junction, maybe 50 metres, you turn right, just walk round the lake, just goes to the right, and the cafe and start and finish area there. And when we get here, we just go to the left down here. I think it's just along here and then to the right, and there's a lake, and that's where the start is and finish. The course has kilometre signs all the way around. So today we're at Heaton Parkrun. It's the 26th of October 2024 and today's event 654. First event was on the 20th of June 2009 and only had 32 finishers. The average 495 finishers, last week 764. The average finish time is 29 minutes and 47 seconds. Record attendance here is 1,112. That was event 488 on the 18th of January 2020, and they've actually had over 1,000 here over 6 times. The lowest attendance was 11 on event 69. That was the 18th of December 2010, and the record times here, very fast for the male 14:48 and female 16:38. My stats is my 350th park run and 197th different location. There's a cafe here, there are toilets here, and the car park is called Sheepfoot Lane Car Park, and it's just a short walk, 150 metres just round the lake to the start. So the course, they congregate at Pavilion Café from around 8:30, 8:50 short talk, and then walk to the start. The course is made up of a short lap and then a larger lap, and around 40 metres of elevation over the course. Both laps are run in an anti-clockwise direction. And if I just turn the camera, you can see the start is here and you set off this way, but on the second lap you come back this way, and the finish funnel is on the left just here. There's a bag drop by the start finish area as well.
Who's rummaging around at the moment? The map's on the corner of the gazebo, my dear. Pushing their buggies, so please make sure that you get out of their way.
Heaton Park Run, my 350th park run. Good 700-800 people here, so started a bit further back, probably a bit too far back really, but looking at last week's results, I reckon I would have been around 50th, something like that, so I don't want to hold any fast runners up. 500 shirt there, I love 500 shirts. Just 3 years to go, assuming I don't miss park run. Just need to pass the 23-minute pace. I do want to be a bit quicker than that. Quick look behind, no one's waving. Get the camera back on. See my 350th vest. They have lots of vests at Heaton for, I think they said right up to either 700 or 750 park runs, and they got look like several of each as well. Great park run. So I set off nice and steady, but I do actually know there's a slight incline coming up soon. We do a first shorter lap, and then when we do the second lap, this incline we're going to go up. You go all the way to the top then. So I did have a look at it earlier. I had a quick warm up and had a look, and it's not really a hill. It's just a long, gentle incline more than a hill. Most of the turns we do a left. I think there's just one right turn, I think they said. Luckily, plenty of people to follow. So this is the first bit of an incline we go up. It isn't steep by any means. But on the first lap, probably go 100 metres, then take a left turn. And then on the next lap, when we come past here, we go all the way to the top. I'm just being careful not to push too hard. I'm sort of trying to set off, take it a little bit easier, and then be able to push up the hill when we come back to it. Another left turn coming up here. Next time we'll go straight on to the top of the hill. Lovely paths so far on the course. There's just one bit where you go through a bit of trail, but it's all compacted stone in there. I had a warm up on that section as well, and it was nice to run on. A couple of puddles, but nothing you couldn't get round. So we're just going slightly downhill there, and then we're just going to go back up a little bit just here, then into the trees. Too far, we should be started to just head back down again, back onto the main paths. Feel really good, legs feel good, breathing's good, although I can tell the air's cold on my breathing, but not that it's anything that causes a problem. So I can see now we're starting to go downhill just here. Then at the bottom of this we take another left turn, I think, and this is the first smaller lap that we're doing. First kilometre done. Feel really good, nice and fresh. As I said on the just after the start, I know there's the long incline coming up, so trying to save something so I can push on up there, because once you're at the top, they did say then it's sort of either all downhill or flat to the finish then for the last 2.5 kilometres. This bit's flat here, and again nice paths, nice to run on. Another left turn here. Next time we come past here we go a bit further straight on and then left. In fact, you can see the signs just there. The second lap, as you come back, you run round the lake and then come back to the finish the opposite direction to what we're running here. So just going past the Café here, and then it'll be 30-40 metres from past where we started, and then starting the big second lap. This is nice and flat across here as well. Lovely smooth tarmac paths, no potholes. Toilets on the left, I think I forgot to mention those. They were open before 8:30.
Thank you.
Very well supported with spectators and volunteers, this parkrun as well.
Thank you.
Trying to keep to the right hand side as I've come across. I know there's some right hand bends. If it saved me one stride, it could make a difference. So we're on the second lap now. This is a much bigger lap. I think we've not quite done. I think once we get onto the hill, that's where we pass the 2 kilometre marker, I believe. I think I saw it on the first lap, just as we took the left turn as we went up the hill. It was just there. Trying to get my breathing right so that when we get to this hill, I've got something to help me push up the hill. It's a lovely morning for running as well, nice and cool, which is how I like it. No breeze, clearish sky, the sun's coming up. So here we are, we're taking the left turn now. This time we're going to go all the way up this hill to the top, to the house at the top. So this is where I want to try and push a little bit, see if I can make up a few places going up this hill, catch a few people up. I decided if I pass people to count how many I pass, so that's 1. And the tail walkers doing their first lap. Thank you, tail walkers.
Yeah, there's a 2 kilometre sign on the right hand side just there. And this just here, this is where we turned off left on the first lap.
Thank you.
So now we're going straight onto the
Thank
top.
you.
As I said, it's not a steep hill, it's just a long incline. And when you get to the top of it, you make a right turn. I think that was the only right turn we make. And you're not quite at the top as you turn right, there's just a little bit more of incline. So caught this group up. I don't think I'm going to be able to pass this group. Feel really good. Breathing feels okay. We've done 2 kilometres now. I think it's not far to halfway. Let's try and follow these 2 past. Stay with them. I think living on a hill and having to run up hills every time I go for a run helps me on hills. I think sometimes you can tell people who live in flat areas and don't get to practice on hills. So we are taking the right turn here. It's been great wearing the bib for 350 park runs as well. Lots of the volunteers and other runners. I don't know if the microphone's picked it up, congratulating me on the 350th. Past the house, we're just about at the top of the hill now. One of the highest points in Manchester, I believe. Beautiful view to the right. So from this point onwards now, it's either going to be flattish or downhill. I can tell I've tried up that hill. Legs still feel good, but I'm a bit out of breath. But because I know it's flat and downhill now, I know I'm going to get a chance to be able to get my breathing back and recover a little bit. This bit's just flat across the top here, but I can see how the path starts to drop away now. Still struggling a bit with my breathing. Legs feel good. I'm just hoping I can let my legs go as we get on the downhill bits and recover slowly. Great views from up here as well. I'm going downhill now. Let my legs go. Breathing's starting to come back a little bit. I know it's not far down here and we passed the 3 kilometre sign. I'm always happy once I know I'm past halfway and in the last 2 kilometres. Just trying to keep with the pace of this lady in front. I can't go faster. I can't seem to catch her up and she doesn't seem to get away from me. This bit, I think, if I recall, is just slightly uphill incline or flattish. It's not perfectly flat or perfectly all downhill as you come back around this side of the park. But I do know what goes up must come down, and I can see we are higher up still, so there's definitely quite a bit of downhill to come at some point. What's the sign on the left? Is this a 3k sign? I think it is. It is, that's good. Just 2k to go. Got this lady up now. Breathing's a bit better. Hopefully as we go downhill and I can let my legs go, I can maybe just get past. I do seem to be running a very matched pace though. We seem to be back down, gone downhill now. That seems to be really quick. Although looking at the path, actually, it does seem to. It's just a much more gradual downhill now, and I can tell in my pace as well. Got a nice pace going here.
Thank you.
That's just flattened out a bit here. But I can see in a minute we're going to start going down again. Just looking around there to see, I can hear there's people just close behind me. So we're back, very, very gentle downhill this little bit, but it does feel really nice. Let your legs go and it just carries your pace along a little bit. Starting to feel tired now. Just admiring the view. Beautiful day today on this park run. Shouldn't be too much further along here. We get to the point where the first lap joined. I think it's when we get to this tree line on the left. Just managed to pass this lady on the left just here, although she's just right at the side of me. The camera's just not picking it up. Not got enough to really push away or pull away from her, but I just need to try and keep going. Yeah, once we get to these trees here, that's where, when we did the first lap, this is where we came down to the 1k marker just there on the left. Once we go along here, rather than go left back past the cafe, we're going to go around one lap round the lake. I think it's about 1 kilometre around the lake to the finish. It shouldn't be too far now until we get to the 4k marker. Squirrel coming across here. There were so many squirrels in this park when I parked up this morning walking to the start. Must be hundreds in this park. This lady's come past, and the other lady have obviously stuck with me from the top of the hill. I'm going to see if I can stay with them now to the finish. Just trying to keep my pace with them now. Hopefully they can drag me along to a decent time. So this bit just here is where we went left on the first short lap. We're just going to go just past there, that's all, and then turn left here. There we go, 4 kilometres, just 1 kilometre to go. Just feel like it's a case of hanging on now, trying to breathe. Got to remember that, keep breathing, trying to get the air deep into my lungs, just trying to stay with these two ladies. If I can be close to them at the finish, I always think I have a good finish, but we'll see. Got to stay with them first.
Thank you.
Another left turn there, as you see, apart from the top of the hill, it's just keep going left everywhere. And I know they do have a 200 metre marker board somewhere with 200 metres to go. Keep an eye out for that, although we're still only on about 4.1k at this point. Finding it really hard. I'm just managing to stay with them, but finding it really hard to keep up with them at this point. Trying to take the shortest route. So one lady's got a bit further away now. I don't feel as though I've got much left. Maybe if it was a sprint finish at this point, yeah, I've got something left, but I'm just trying to hang on to them now. Today as well, I decided not to look at my watch because there's a hill on the course, the short hill and then the long hill. I thought I'd just run, see how it goes, not look at my watch until I cross the finish line. Just caught this lady up a fraction just here. There's not too much further to go now. See what this sign does. This sign say, no, it just has to go left. I can remember coming this way now. Must only be 200-300 metres now to the finish. ...200 metres. Before the start, in my mind, this is the point I was going to push, but my brain is just overruling me at this point. So the lady seems to have picked a pace up. I'm going to look, as soon as I can see the finish, try and see what I've got left at the finish. Once I can see the finish, I don't mind so much. I can usually push quite hard then. I just need to teach myself to start pushing a bit earlier before the finish. Yeah, so I can see the finish, or not the finish sign, the Parkrun sign, and I know the finish is not far past there. See if I can get past, got past one, see if I can get past this second lady. Oh, that makes me feel really good, coming up to the finish line. That's it. Stop my watch, and 20:50 on my watch. Happy birthday to that lady just there.
Thank you.
And just wait for my finish token when I get down here. Wearing the bibs is a great idea. Everyone knows what you're celebrating and congratulates you.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed this park run. Just need to wait for my token now.
Thank you very much.
I'm really pleased with the time as well. 20 minutes 54, of course, with hills on.
Thank you very much.
39th place. Really pleased with that.
So 39 and 20 minutes 50 seconds today. I'm really pleased with that. To say there's a hill on the course. So from the finish, barcode scanning is just on the right hand side. Just to do a course review. Most of it's on tarmac paths. If the bit that isn't on tarmac paths is very compacted stone, easy to run on, you can certainly run in road trainers. The only thing that may make it difficult in parts is maybe if there's leaves or if it was a bit frosty or icy, but I understand they do have an alternative course then. Nice wide tarmac paths for most of it, easy to pass people. There is a slight incline on the first lap and then a longer incline. They call it a hill, but it's not that bad. It's very gentle. Sun was out today, always makes courses nicer. Fast course, I think I was under 21 minutes today, so to say there's the incline that you do, a small incline and the larger one, I'm really pleased with that time. So off to the coffee shop now, which is maybe 40-50 metres from the finish. Coffee shop, and there are some toilets here as well, just on the side of the coffee shop.
You think that's like a logistical
So another park run done, been in the coffee shop, back to the car now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy, please give me a like or subscribe. It just means you get a notification about a new park run each week. That's all. It doesn't mean you have to watch it. Next week we're off to Wales and the old railway trail. So that's it. That's a wrap.